Hi, my name is Jessica Hart, and this is my curriculum unit plan. The theme for my unit is telling someone else's story. The enduring understandings that I want my students to walk away with are art builds connections between people through sharing stories, and empathy grows when we witness the experience of others. The questions I will pose are: how do artists tell other people's stories? How can you be sure to empower the subject and avoid exploitation? And what responsibilities do artists take on when they tell stories that don't belong to them? This unit will consist of 6 lessons that span over 9 weeks. This is a Studio Art 1 class, so grades range from 9th to 12th. Each lesson is structured on the 8 studio habits of the mind, and students will work their way through the contemporary creative process to create a choice-based artwork. In the first lesson, students will build an understanding of the art world. They will define narrative art and explore 3 contemporary artists who use narrative devices in their work. For this lesson, I've included Trenton Doyle Hancock, Carrie Mae Weems, and Dester Pearl Watson. Students will end the lesson by brainstorming a subject for their narrative artwork. In the second part of this lesson, students will investigate a controversial artwork proposal. Artist Santiago Sierra, with good intentions, proposed a bold installation for Tasmania's Dark Mofo Festival. However, his plan didn't sit right with the Indigenous community, and the artwork was never created. Students will explore the different perspectives of the contemporary controversy and identify pitfalls and responsibilities to telling someone else's story. After setting a foundation for narrative art, students will outline the 8 studio habits of the mind, engaging with each habit for a deeper understanding. In this handout, students will complete small activities and reflections for each habit so that they can place it in the context of the creative process. Then, for Observe and Envision, students will collect reference materials for their narrative subject. This could include articles, videos, interviews, photos, creative materials, anything that has them look closer at their subject. They will then envision their artwork through planning sketches. This could be a thumbnail sketch, maquette, photos, or a written brainstorm in their sketchbook. For Develop Craft and Stretch and Explore, I'll review the material use expectations for a tab center. My classroom is a choice-based classroom, so students must be able to independently and responsibly create material studies for their project. I will review the expectations around how we take care of the classroom, as well as review how students can access more in-depth information around a material through following QR codes. To kick off the Express and Engage and Persist phase, I will have students plan the goals for their artwork as well as set personal deadlines. This will help them stay on task. As students hit a lull, we will conduct a positive post-it gallery walk to build momentum. Students will leave positive and uplifting comments on their peers' artwork to give them a motivation boost. Finally, students will write an artist statement and prepare questions for a class critique. They will present their finished artwork to the class as well as discuss their process. As a closing assessment, students will reflect on a rosebud thorn handout. Rose being a highlight or success of their project, bud being something that they learned that they can take into the next project, and thorn being a disappointment or struggle that they met through the creative process. Ultimately, I hope that my students will walk away with a stronger empathy skills through exploring someone else's story. Working their way through the project with an awareness of the creative process will build skills that are critical outside the classroom as well. Thank you for listening to my curriculum unit plan.